Wednesday night was one of the Pirates' best wins of the year. They got contributions from a rookie, Tyler Callihan, who had his first two major league home runs. They overcame Ohtani. They overcame a 6-1 deficit. This probably should be a happy offbeat, but no, we have to talk about what really hung over a tough day at the ballpark. Oneil Cruz is going to be out for a month plus. Good morning and welcome to Offbeat here on North Shore 9 presented by FanDuel. My name is Alex Stumpf and this is a daily look at your Pittsburgh Pirates. For years, Oneil Cruz has been the biggest X factor for this team. Just hope that, hey, he can take control of a ball game. He can take control of a week. What if he could do it for a year? He has maybe the highest potential we have seen for a Pirate position player since Kutch. And before him, Bonds. He has that type of ceiling. And while I don't know if he was quite reaching it this year, this was his best body of work. He was seeing the ball better. Yeah, I know there were a lot of strikeouts, but a lot of power, a lot of hits, a really good OBP for him. Someone who he had that slump a little bit, but even in the previous month, from May 9th to June 9th, 894 OPS, including a 404 OBP. He was producing. He was hitting about 300. He was drawing walks. He was stealing bases. He was hitting homers. He looked like the type of hitter this Pirates team always hoped he could be. He was being the impact player. And now he is going to be out 4 to 6 months. The Pirates placed him on the injured list on Wednesday. And while the club hasn't formally said what the time frame will be, a source indicates a 4 to 6 week window, which is what Kevin Gorman of the Tribune Review first reported. And it's rough. This is the big blow. Just a quick timeline here, because he was originally in Tuesday's lineup and then was scratched. So it's like, well, okay, wait a minute. He was almost played on Tuesday and now he's going to be out a month plus. Well, has the injury in Atlanta. He has an x-ray in Atlanta, negative for a fracture. So they monitor it. He reports, hey, positive symptoms on Sunday and Monday. And on Tuesday, he's in the lineup. But as he's swinging the bat, he started to report increased soreness. And that got the Pirates to have him take an MRI, and they find the fracture, and he's out 4 to 6 weeks. And I really, really hate being a Debbie Downer on this. But with hand injuries for sluggers, there's usually another ramp up that comes back from whenever he's activated. Like that 4 to 6 weeks is just to get back into games. There's no guarantee he's going to be 100%. Like, look at the amount of handmade injuries that happen across the league and how long it takes those hitters to come back. It's a tough blow for a multitude of reasons. The biggest being he has the potential to be the Pirates' best hitter. And I think we really saw a lot. It maybe wasn't. Like, if you want to say, no, Horwitz has been the best hitter, or Lau's been the best hitter, or O'Hearn, or Reynolds, it's like, yeah, okay. Oneil Cruz was at the very least in the discussion. And he has this ability to take over games. Like, this power-speed combo is unheard of on this team. Like, Connor Griffin could maybe develop into one of those type of players one day, but the power is still He's 20 years old. He's still growing. He's also still on the injured list. O'Hearn, Lowe, Reynolds, we see power. Reynolds can steal some bases, can run, but like this is it. This is the guy who, if you were told, hey, he's going to go 30-30, 40-40 in spring training, you don't blink an eye. You're like, yeah, he has that potential. If the time traveler came back in time and said, Oneil Cruz, 40-40 season, you're like, okay, he put it together finally. And I don't know if he was going to be 40-40, but he had 14 home runs. He was on pace for a 30-30 or 30-40 or maybe even a 30-50 season. That is a monumental blow to lose a guy like that for a month. Especially since who takes over center field right now? The Pirates recalled Billy Cook. And with respect to Billy Cook, I don't know how much he's going to move the needle here. We saw Jake Mangum get the start in center field. He had 3 hits. He's been swinging a better bat as of late. He's a perfectly cromulent fourth outfielder, in my opinion. If he has to start for a while, you're like, okay, that's why you have a quality fourth outfielder. We saw him have a hard time read a ball in the second inning, dropped in for a hit. I don't know if he's an everyday center fielder. So you go to the minor leagues. Jhostynxon Garcia had a really rough stint up in the major leagues, was recently optioned. Even though he could be recalled or could have been recalled whenever Oneil Cruz went on the IL, because an injury, you don't have to worry about the option, how many days until someone could be recalled again. You can ignore that for an injury. Based off of what we saw in the major leagues, I kind of feel like, yeah, he needs to go back to Indy and get his footing again. Maybe he can be a part of this equation in a week or so, but right now, no, he needs at-bats. You see Esmerlyn Valdez, and he's crushing the ball in AAA. I know the cameo in the major leagues wasn't great, but, I mean, you got to adjust to that level of pitching, in my opinion. Be like, okay, what about him? Well, he can't really play center field. So the Pirates are in a real tough spot. We talk about how important Ryan O'Hearn is to this team whenever he went down. We talked about how important Connor Griffin is whenever he went down. I don't really know if there's another center fielder on this roster besides Mangum right now. If the password is not available, it's Mangum's job. And it's a very different style of ball player. We're talking about a slap hitter who's trying to hit 300 and that be most of his OBP and slug. This team needs those big power bats, and they lost quite possibly their biggest one. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by IQ Bar, our exclusive snack hydration sponsor. IQ Bar protein bars, IQ Mix hydration mixes, and IQ Joe mushroom coffees are the delicious, low-sugar, brain and body fuel you need to win your day. The Ultimate Sampler Pack is a great way for you to try all IQ Bar products and flavors. You get 9 IQ bars, 8 IQ Mix sticks, and 4 IQ Joe sticks. All IQ Bar products are clean label certified and entirely free from gluten, dairy, soy, GMOs, and artificial ingredients. With over 20,000 5-star reviews and counting, more people than ever are fueling their lifestyles with IQ Bar's brain and body boosting bars, hydration mixes, and mushroom coffees. The Ultimate Sampler Pack includes all 3. My personal favorites so far have been the almond butter chip and the iced tea lemonade hydration mix. It's just really full of flavor. I love starting my day with it, and I couldn't imagine starting my day with anything else other than IQ Bar products. Right now, IQ Bar is offering our podcast listeners 20% off all IQ Bar products, including the Ultimate Sampler Pack, plus free shipping. To get your 20% off, text MLB to 64,000. That's MLB 64000. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details.
I'm going to steal a stat from Jim Rosati here. The Pirates entered play Wednesday 0-7 in games that Oneil Cruz didn't play. Now, they obviously won one on Wednesday, it was an odyssey. I mean, it was quite the ball game, but they did win, but that's still 1-7. That kind of shows you how important Oneil Cruz is to this whole operation. And what having him close to 100% is. Now, he wasn't 100% leading up to this, but this is a big break. This is a tough break. Now, look, people can step up. Tyler Callihan showed that on Wednesday. He had a hell of a ball game. Not just because he hit 2 home runs, but the way he talked about how first time through, he draws that walk against Ohtani. He's like, we kind of got a feel of how he was attacking left-handed hitters. And he applied that, and he was hunting, and on the first pitch, hits it out. That's like, okay, there's something there. Maybe he could be someone who's in that mix right now, because they need someone to step up. And it can't be the usual suspects. Lowe, O'Hearn, Reynolds, Horwitz, they've been hitting great. I don't know if it's fair to expect anything more from them than what they've produced. Like, Lowe's playing like someone who should be in an all-star. He should be an all-star again. Horwitz is putting up all-star-ish numbers. Being a platoon, I think, is going to hurt him in the end, for any consideration, but the numbers are there. Reynolds, he's putting up a great OBP. He's hitting. O'Hearn, I'm repeating myself. I don't know if you can expect any more from them. So you look at the bottom half of the lineup. It's like, okay, maybe Jared Chiolo can start hitting. Maybe they can get more production out of catcher, which who knows how long, or if Endy Rodriguez needs a trip to the injured list. He was removed with hip discomfort on Wednesday. Maybe Marcell Ozuna. I mean, we talked about him yesterday. Like, if he could turn it on, that would be huge. That's kind of what they need right now. They need Ozuna to become the Marcell Ozuna they thought they were signing. That's the type of leap this offense needs to try to recreate Oneil Cruz's production in the aggregate. And that's a tough ask. It's one I'm not exactly confident about. Maybe Jhostynxon Garcia gets his footing down in Indianapolis, and he gets up sooner rather than later. Maybe Esmerlyn Valdez just forces the Pirates' hands, and they're like, okay, we'll figure it out. Center field's going to be an adventure, but, we'll just take the bat. Maybe Jake Mangum shows that he can be the center fielder for the next month, 6 weeks, whatever it is. But there is no Oneil Cruz. There's no one who can walk in the door tomorrow and be Oneil Cruz besides Oneil Cruz. And this team, which is playing above 500 baseball, which is playing a brand of baseball that if they had even a little bit of relief pitching, would be very much in the discussion for a playoff spot. They still are, but Oneil Cruz is at the center of it offensively. This is a team that's being led by its offense, and we have seen whenever Oneil Cruz goes, this offense goes. I don't know who can recreate that right now. So this is going to be a month of seeing if the Pirates can get production elsewhere, if someone maybe else can step up. But there is no other Oneil Cruz. It's one of those accept, no substitute type of players. It's 4 to 6 weeks. It's not the end of the season. Eyeballing it, post All-Star break, maybe a little bit before the trade deadline. That'd be a nice addition to the team. But they've got to get to that trade deadline first. They've got to show that they can still be in that postseason mix. And that just got exponentially harder Wednesday night. Thank you for watching Offbeat here on North Shore 9, presented by FanDuel. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe wherever you find a podcast, or check us out on YouTube if you want to see my smiling face. Thank you so much for listening. We'll talk again tomorrow.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in, whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube. If you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.